sorry. I didn't see you guys. I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed.
Only 3 others share this secret.
You suckers got served.
You've earned this, so hold it up high. Medalla, the mark of a fighter.
Welcome to episode 51. I am Sergio. Do not adjust your picture quality. I really am this handsome.
I look good.
All right, I think it's only been my
really
second
good
episode during the whole season. I only made one episode all season. I think I don't really know why, other than laziness and just as the years go by and I keep doing this stuff for free, it gets frustrating. Just doing everything for free, like. I had the one sponsors last year, and every once in a while I'll still throw it out there just out of respect to them.
I have a collect call for anyone. Will you accept?
¿Qué?
Other than that, I really don't get sponsors, man. I mean, I don't get sponsors. You have to be politically correct to get sponsors, and I'm not willing to change the way I do things. I'm not willing to compromise my integrity and not be honest. I want to be honest all the time. And unfortunately, all these companies out there, local companies, it's just they're run by that aren't going to sponsor you if you're not. You got to be politically correct, man, to get sponsors. And I'm never going to change that. I'm always going to do things the way I do things here. Not that there's anything wrong with being politically correct. If that's the way you do things or someone else does things, that's cool.
Be a chicken shit all your life.
It's not the way I'm ever going to do things here. I'm always going to be honest, keep it real. It is what it is, man. But yeah, so I think that's why I only did one. It wasn't like I had it planned out where I'm like I was mad and bitter. I'm not going to do any podcast episodes this year. It just happened. It just worked out that way, man. Yeah, so I just did one. What was it, maybe 2 months ago, and and every episode I say, no, I'm going to start doing this every month. I mean, every week I'm going to put out a new episode, and I never do. I only put out one. I only put out one this year. But I'll say it again. I'm going to put one of these out every week. It's Sunday. I'm going to film something every Sunday and put something out every Monday. Just see what happens, man. Why now that the season's over for everybody except for Ganado and. Excuse me, who else, man? Who is Shiners? Shiners playing for the 2AD2 state championship. Ganado's playing for the 3AD. Ganado playing for 3AD1? I don't even remember, man. Ganado's 3AD1 or D2? Ganado beat Fukio, you idiot. Ganado's 2AD1. So yeah, Shiners playing for the 2AD2 state championship. Ganado's playing for the 2AD1 championship. There's nobody else around here. Not that they're South Texas or Coastal Bend, but they play a lot of local programs. Austin Westlake's still in it. Austin Vandergrift. They're playing with the 6AD1 and 6AD2 championships. It's not. Obviously, every episode I'm going to do the demographics are. Welcome to Damage Control Cam. The helmet is to protect me from your all's negativity. Just an explanation for those of you, because those of you that do. Watch every episode I put out. You probably wonder why I'm so repetitive sometimes with certain things I say. Since I don't put it out every week like I'm supposed to, and I just randomly put out an episode every month or 2 months or whatever, I'm always going to assume there's new people watching. So there's just certain things I'm going to say repetitive over and over from one episode to the next. Eventually, if I do ever get in the habit of putting out an episode every week, then I won't do that. But since I hadn't put out an episode in a few months, and before that I hadn't put out one in 6-7 months, I'm always going to repeat certain things. So just a quick explanation for those of you wondering why is this guy so repetitive. Thank you. I already said that in the last episode too. The episode before that, every episode I do my demographics argument. But we'll get into When I said I was going to do this episode, man, every time I post, I'm going to make an episode, and I want you all to get involved, and I put something out there so y'all can let me know in the comments or private message me. It's not allowed you get involved, man. But look, I'll get into. Let's do your comments first because it was only a couple. So we'll start off with your all's comments. Your comments.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Your comments. Raymond Sadnut's trolling. I think Raymond Sadnut's a Sinton fan. He says, let's talk about more baseball rants on South Texas' #1 sport. Baseball, you are not South Texas' #1 sport. Are we more competitive at baseball than we are at football? Well, the rest of the state, slightly. I mean, it's a myth that we're like even with the rest of the state when it comes to baseball, and so that's our #1 sport. No, every once in a while, every 5 or 10 years, we send someone to the state championship game, and you all act like it's even because of that. No, we still get dominated by the North in baseball also. Baseball fans, be realistic with yourselves. You know, every once in a while we have a London or a Sinton or I mean, did we get lucky and win the state championship? No, I shouldn't say lucky, but it's just you got to be realistic with yourselves as baseball fans. Baseball's not South Texas' #1 sport. Unless you have a different definition of what's king around here or what's #1.
It's the sport of kings, better than diamond rings. That's why we're here to sing football.
Like I said, yes, we do every once in a 5 or 10 years produce a state champion in baseball. We don't do that in football other than Refugio. I get it. But other than that, we still get dominated by teams from up north in baseball also. Baseball fans, be real with yourselves. We are not. It's not the #1 sport. Like I said in my comments, I posted something the other day. We built $35 million football stadiums, not baseball stadiums. We build football stadiums to hold thousands of fans. Baseball stadiums build stadiums to hold dozens of fans. There's a reason for that. There's a reason we have a Friday Night Fever for football. We have a 3 Sports Blitz for football, but we don't do that for baseball. Why don't the news do that for baseball? There's a reason all this is the way it is. Football is just king around here. That's not my opinion. That's reality. Once again, yes, we are more competitive with the rest of the state in baseball, but even that is just slightly. It's slightly once like every 5 or 10 years. Like I said, we send someone to state, but other than that, it's just we get dominated by the North also in baseball. Y'all baseball fans, man, I don't hate baseball. You know, I went to some baseball playoff games last year, and it was one of, other than the Allenstown Passes football game, playoff game from 2023, it's those baseball playoff games were my favorite playoff experience in years. I loved it. I love baseball. I love high school baseball. I don't love MLB. I love high school baseball. It's fun, man, when you give it a chance, man. It really is, dude. But there's a lot of you people think I hate baseball because of these rants I go on. It's not, man. I get trolled by someone that tries to always make it seem like baseball's king in South Texas, and it's not. Reality doesn't care about your I love baseball, and Mijo's going to be in the MLB someday. And no, he's not. No, he's not. I don't want that to be the case. I wish we produced more MLB players, more NFL players, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, you baseball players make the argument that Mijo has a better chance of being in the MLB than the NFL. And really? Because where? Where are they at? You know, we have the Sinton kid and the JP2 kid. And other than that, where are they at? That's better than nothing. Don't get me wrong. But you baseball fans act like we're just producing MLB player after MLB player from South Texas. We're not, man. The North is. The North is, not us. We still get dominated in baseball just like we do football by teams up north. I wish that wasn't the case. I will gladly eat my words someday if that just ever is not the case. That's what I want to be. I wish we produced a baseball state championship every classification every single year, but we do not. And I don't understand why y'all talk that way, man. It's not reality. Jason Almaraz says, what sport takes the least athletic ability to turn pro in? I think Jason Almaraz agrees with me on the whole football baseball thing. That's why he posted that, so I would talk about it. It's facts. What sport takes the least athletic ability to turn pro in? Baseball. Your greatest player of all time is a fat motherfucker, Babe Ruth. Let's be honest, you don't need to have any athletic ability to be a baseball star. You just need to be able to hit the ball 3 times out of 10. I think that's why it's hard for me to get into baseball the way I get into football. You fail 70% of the time, and you're a Hall of Famer. That's insane to me. Like, that's a sport where if you fail 70% of the time, you're a failure. You're a Hall of Famer. You can't do that in football. You can't do that in basketball. You can't do that in any other sport. But in baseball, if you fail 70% of the time, you're a Hall of Famer. That's crazy to me. But yeah, it's facts, man. Like I said, the y'all's greatest player of all time is a fat motherfucker, Babe Ruth. Fat, unathletic motherfucker, Babe Ruth. So it is what it is, man. It's just, I wish I didn't have to talk this way about baseball, man. But you all get me riled up with your baseball is king in South Texas. It's not. It never will be. Football will always be king. What is king is measured by the sizes of our stadiums, the size of our crowds, by the Friday Night Fever, by the 3 sports splits, by the local shows that put up shows for football, not baseball. That's what it'll always be measured by. It just is what it is, man. Like, don't hate me for that, for pointing out facts. It's just, those are the facts. What else? That's it. And of course, my friend John Hunter said to use a Santa outfit because I have the body for it. John Hunter. Like, those are the only 3 people that comment, man. I tell you I'm going to make an episode and y'all don't want to have nothing to do. Y'all don't comment. I know I don't do the live stuff like other local people do the live stuff where y'all can get involved. And I don't have coaches on here. It just, look, man, I wouldn't mind having a coach. The problem for me is I don't do Zoom. I'm never going to do Zoom. If a coach ever wants to meet somewhere, we can meet somewhere and have a one-on-one conversation. But I think they know what's going to happen, man. I'm not going to ask them a bunch of politically correct stuff and pat them on the ass. I'm going to ask them real questions, man. And so, I don't know, man. Maybe that's why coaches don't ever reach out to me, want to do an episode. If any coaches are watching this, you want to be the first one to have the balls to do an interview, man. Let me ask you some real questions, man. Let me ask you some real questions about your program, about other programs around here, about South Texas football. What goes on, why we can't compete with the rest of the state, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to ask real questions, man. It is what it is, man. But I wish, man. Yeah, I wish a local coach would reach out and say, "Hey, come, let's meet here, let's meet there, let's do an interview, one-on-one, yada yada." And that's what I'll do, man, if it ever happens. But I don't go reaching out. I've never reached out to a coach and said, "Let's do an interview." I'm sure one would have done it by now, but look, man. I don't know why I'm not. I wish I'm not built like that. I'm not going to reach out to anybody and beg them for an interview, man. If you want an interview with a real interviewer, let me know, man, and we'll do it. But that's it for the comments, man, because only 3 of you participated. And you're always a fan. I just put this up like an hour ago, and I'm already filming. I should do this days ahead. And you still won't participate, but I should do it days ahead to cover my own butt. My demographics argument, let's get into that. You know what, let's get rants section, rants.
Hey everyone! Come and see how good I look! I look good. I mean, really good.
Okay, my demographics rants. I'm gonna do this every episode. Demographics, yada yada yada. You know, first of all, to address all you people that like to play the race card on me whenever I bring up this demographics argument, it's like you act like I'm being anti-black. I'm not being anti-black. I'm being pro-brown because that's what we have to work with around here in majority. It is what it is, man. You have a right to build up your people and be proud of them. I have the same right to do it. It doesn't make me a racist. Stop playing the race card on me. So I do what I do. I say what I say to try and build them up. You know, do they even watch this episode? Probably not. I don't care, man. I'm still gonna talk like if they are. It's what we have to work with around here. So I try and build it up, man. It's not being anti any other white or black or yada yada. Ganado Indians again dominated Refugio. Then the next week dominated. I don't know Marlin. I don't remember who it was, but the athletes, like you guys like to call them, because apparently if you're brown, you can't be an athlete. Now that's the real racism right there. But Ganado, man, you look at Ganado's roster, man. It's a little more than half of it's Hispanic kids, man. Playing for the state championship. Playing for the state championship. And 2A D1. So if any of you are going to use the argument, I can already see it. Yeah, but that's 2A, yada yada. It don't matter. Is there not athletes at the 2A level that they're having to beat to get there? Yes, there is. And they're finding a way to do it, man. So good luck to Ganado playing the state championship game. We have what we have to work with around here, man. I'm going to say this every episode. We need more kids that put in the extra effort. I'll take Alice. I'm not going to mention names, but I'll take Alice from not this season, but the last season. So they had a kid that, like, I'm friends with the parents and I have the mother on Facebook. So, I would see every time the kid was doing something all year, ever since he was a kid. Ever since he was a kid, man, all year. He graduated, 2023 was his last year with the Coyotes. All year, ever since he was a kid, man, that kid would just wanted to be a Coyote his whole life. It seemed like every other week he was at a camp somewhere, a camp, putting extra work, running around the city. Every year, all year. And it paid off. He got a scholarship to the Javelinas for football and track. Here's the problem with stuff like that around South Texas is you have teams that have like one kid that's like that. One kid that's that dedicated. We have what we have around here. We don't have certain type of athletes, so you need more kids like that. You can't just have one kid on the team that's like that. We need 20 kids on each team around here that has that kind of dedication, that's at camps all the time, that's running extra on their own time, lifting on their own time, practicing on their own time, nonstop all year. Because that's what they do up north, man. This idea that people are just, they're blessed by God with talent, or they're blessed by, no, it doesn't work that way, man. You got to put in the work, man. You aren't just born good, or you wake up one day and you're good, or you're fast, or you're strong. You got to put in the extra work, man. And it's just like I said, man, this kid, man, your program cannot have just one kid that does stuff like that. Your program, at least here in South Texas, if you want to keep up with the North, you need 20 kids on your damn roster that are doing that kind of extra stuff. More would be nice, but I'm just like speaking. We're never going to catch up with the rest of the state, man. We're just not, man. I get that we don't have 6'6" kids down here. You don't need that. There's no, other than the Valley, we don't have here in the Coastal Bend to worry about 6'8" programs like Duncanville and Galena Park North Shore and also West State. We don't have to worry about that, man. So I don't want these excuses that we don't have that kind of athlete or this kind of athlete. We're 581, 582, 481, 482, 381, 382, 281, 282 is where most of our teams are at. We don't have to worry about that 6'8" stuff right now. Just not enough kids putting in that extra work, man. It is what it is, man. And I don't want to hear nothing about, but these programs that you see playing for state every year, there's a wealthy family, this wealthy family. You don't need to have money to go outside and run. You don't need to have money to go to your high school weight room and lift weights. You need to have money to call your buddy up and say, let's go work on some routes. You just see our kids down here in South Texas, you see the face of facts that they just don't want it as much as the kids from up north. They don't, man. Like I said, man, this team and this one kid and doing that, you need 20 kids on each team doing that. Or it ain't never going to happen, man. I don't want to take on a demographic rant forever, or the why we can't compete with the rest of the state forever. But every episode, I want to at least talk about it for a few minutes, and that's enough. Alice's new stadium. They put out a rendering of it the other day. Let's watch it together. Let's watch this little rendering together. Let me pause. This Lost Boys music. Great soundtrack. Let's watch the Alice Stadium video together. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to tell you what I like about it and what I don't like about it, man. So let's watch it together, and I'll tell you as we're watching it. Okay, here we go. Looks good. Look at that home side. That's a nice home side, man. I like that midsection's going to have the burnt orange seats that fold out. What Alice needs to do, though, is they need to not let the people that currently have reserve tickets keep the reserve tickets, because you guys are like watching a golf match when you're at the games nowadays, man. You guys don't cheer, you don't do nothing, you don't deserve those reserve tickets. Make the reserve tickets open to everybody. The visitor side, okay, look at this is nice, man. This entrance to the stadium outside, you can't see it right there, but under the Coyote head it says the original pride of South Texas. That's nice. I like the burnt orange. You can only do so much with the A there. It would look nice with Coyote head, but you can't. It's too much detail to put on seats, man. That A looks nice. The Watley A right here underneath the stadium. It's so nice, man. All this entrance, all this looks so nice, man. It's nice detail, nice everything. Burnt orange, not orange like Beeville. Burnt orange. Look at that. It's nice. I would prefer white instead of gray, but I understand why you have to go with something like gray. White's going to get dirty real fast. So I get that whole thing, man. It just looks nice with the gray, man. The field house entrance, the athletic field house, is so nice, man. Look at that. That's Cody's Wall of Honor. I guess they're going to put names there. Everyone that's in the Cody Wall of Honor. I don't see how you would put pictures there, but names. That's a nice entrance, man. This looks like a nice college field house. That's what it looks like. Transfer your kids to Alice if you want to play in a stadium like this in 2026. Look at this, man. I'm guessing this is like a coach's meeting room underneath in the field house, overlooking the stadium right there. I see the lockers where they change underneath the. They still have their nice lockers in the high school. So I'm guessing this is game day stuff. I don't know. That's like the Evans A, not the Watley A right there. That's the Evans A. Here's where they're going to come out. I like that they're going to keep that whole thing there, 48 minutes of play, lifetime to remember. Who the hell came up with that is what I want to know, man. That's such a great saying for high school football, man. They're going with a turf, with the A in the center of the field. That's one of the things I don't like. Like, you got... My understanding is they couldn't go with a coyote shield because soccer uses this also, and soccer doesn't use a coyote shield. Okay, but you got the coyote head. You have that badass coyote head. Why would you not put that in the middle of the field? I think that would look nicer. I don't know, but the A is okay. I'm not going to complain too much, man. My main gripe thing with this... Okay, there it is. My main gripe with the new Alice Stadium is that it's going to seat almost 1,000 less capacity than what the current stadium seats. The visitor side's a lot smaller than the home side. In case you didn't, I'm sure you noticed on the video, it's kind of obvious. The visitor side's a lot smaller than the home side. I think the current Alice Stadium seats 6.9 thousand. The new one's going to seat 6.1. So somewhere around 800 less people. I don't know how you make that work, man. I know week to week when you're playing average teams, I get it, man. But when you're playing the big games like Cal Allen and the playoffs and even this year's first round playoff game didn't help Alice. I understand that. Against Brownsville Pace, the first round game, man, that stadium was like probably 35% empty. I get it. But that's a first round game against a Brownsville program that brought no fans to the game. It's not always going to be like that, man. I mean, look what happens when Alice plays second and third round playoff games there in the past. You have to add bleachers around the stadium. That's going to be even more you have to do for this new stadium because you're taking away 800-900 seats from the current capacity. All the it's just not going to. I don't know, man. I don't know how you're going to have second and third round playoff games there when you're going smaller with a stadium. Like I said, I understand the logic behind it. They don't want the stadium looking empty. You can't, I don't know, man. My understanding is they have the money to make the visitor side bigger currently. They just don't want to do it because they don't want the stadium to look empty. So if this was a money issue, I wouldn't be arguing it. But the money is there, from what I hear. The money is there to make the visitor side bigger. To add, what is it, like 1,400 more seats or something like that? 700 on each corner. 1,400 more seats than what it's currently going to seat. They just don't want to do it because they don't want it to look empty. I don't know how you go by that, man. You're just like I said. You're not gonna be able to have third round playoff games there. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. I get whether that is never happen. Doesn't matter. It's not the point. You don't wait until later to add. So if any of you Coyote fans are watching this, man, you guys need to show up at the games this year so that they understand. The first year it happened, 2026 when it opens. Y'all need to show up, man. Fill that stadium up so they understand that. Look, we need to go bigger already. We can't wait for years and years and years. The money's there right now. Go bigger with the visitor side. I don't know. Maybe that's just me as a fan speaking. I'm not in those meeting rooms, you know, and in their defense, I'm not in those meeting rooms hearing what they're hearing, talking about what they're talking about. But the other thing is, if you want to get fans out to the game, stop letting people stream the game for free to their Facebook page. Like that Alice versus Brownsville Pace playoff game that was, like I said, it was like 40% empty. Someone streamed the game live to their Facebook page. At one point, I'm sure it's more now. At one point, it had like 10,000 views. Now, I'm not saying if he didn't stream it, there would have been 10,000 more Alice fans at the game. But there's at least a couple of hundred fans in there that would have shown up to the game if they didn't have that free... It's just, you got to crack down on that stuff, Alice. you're not getting nothing out of it. You're not making money off that. It ain't you guys just streaming it to your school district page, or y'all need to crack down on that, man, so people start coming out to the games again. I don't like streaming. I understand it. I understand why people that aren't around or can't go to the games or live states away want to see their favorite team playing on streaming. I get it. I wish there was at least like some kind of delay on it or something, just that would help get people come out to the game. I think if there's some kind of delay and it's not live, even if it's just an hour delay, that would help. So I do think streaming should be available. I just think it should be on a delayed basis to try and get people to come out to the games again, because that's what it's about. It's about the young people. They don't want to play in half-empty stadiums. They want to play in packed stadiums. You were young once. If you played football, you get it. You don't want to play in front of nobody. You want to play in front of people. But other than that, let's be honest, that's going to be the nicest stadium south of San Antonio when it opens. My rants aside about the size of the visitor side, yada yada, that can be fixed someday. I'm not going to dwell on that too much, because you saw the stadium. And for those of you Alice fans who were against the bond, and you saw the 2D stick figure original graphics of the stadium, what it would look like, and you were against it, and that's not worth $35 million. If you're still a hater after seeing that video, then that's just, you want to be a hater, because that's a beautiful stadium. It's going to be the nicest stadium south of San Antonio once it opens. Good job, Alice. The Heisman robbery. Let's talk about the Heisman robbery. Those of you that know that I'm not a fan of Colorado or Deion Sanders are going to say, oh, you're being biased because you don't like them. No, maybe, but still, it's still facts. Like, it was a robbery. The Ashton Gentry kid from Boise State had arguably the second greatest running back season of all time. And you all gave it to Travis Hunter because he's a great athlete. Yeah, he's a great athlete. He plays both ways. How many other players would do what Travis Hunter is doing if their coaches let them? Other coaches don't do that because they care about their players' future. Deion Sanders doesn't give a shit. Deion Sanders is about Deion Sanders, so he's going to wear down and break down Travis Hunter's body in college before he even gets to the NFL. Someone playing starting on both sides of the ball isn't realistic, man. It's not realistic. These dudes, you see these guys, man, as soon as they get to the NFL, they're injured. Look at the Overshawn kid from Dallas, man. He's already gone for the season again after missing his rookie season because of injury. He's already this year again, came back, he's gone for again. It's just a lot of these kids, man, you get to the NFL and they get injured right away, man. Just things get harder in the NFL, man. You got to watch your body when you're in college. Deion Sanders don't give a shit about Travis Hunter's future. Deion Sanders is about Deion Sanders and his two kids. So he played Travis Hunter on both sides. I get it. He excelled on both sides, but he wasn't nowhere near the top of being the best receiver. He was nowhere near the top of being the best defensive back. How do you give that the Heisman Trophy? He's a social media Heisman Trophy winner, is what he is. He's the social media Heisman Trophy winner, is what he is. Popularity contest is what the Heisman Trophy is. It's always been that. The Boise State kid should have gotten it, man. He had a great season. They had 2,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, yada, yada, yada. And the haters, when you see comments on social media, is, well, he played, look at the conference he played in. Look at the conference Colorado played in. Arizona State was also 3-9 last year in the Pac-12. They come to the Big 12 and they win it. They go 11-2 and immediately win the Big 12 because it's a super weak conference, especially with Texas and Oklahoma leaving. Why doesn't that argument get used against Colorado and Deion Sanders and Travis Hunter? It's just, as a Longhorn fan, for the last decade, all we heard from ESPN and all the media is how weak the Big 12 is. Weak. The Big 12 is weak. The Big 12 is that. It's negative every year, every season, every game about the Big 12. But Deion and Colorado get to the Big 12, not a peep about how weak it is. That's how you know the media's about narratives, not about facts. So I'm sorry, man, but Travis Hunter, great athlete. I hope he makes it to the NFL despite Deion wearing his body out. Had no business winning the Heisman, man. No business winning the Heisman. Like I said, he wasn't at the top of the receiver list. He wasn't at the top of the defensive back list. No business, man. That running back from Boise State should have gotten it. So that's my Heisman snub rant. The other thing I want to rant about is the followers. So just maybe like 2 months ago, I think I had like 2,000 more followers than another local page that does similar stuff. All of a sudden, they're 2,000 ahead of me. That's got 4,000 followers swing in just like 2 or 3 months. My problem with that, I think I have a lot of followers that don't give me the satisfaction of hitting the follow button. You lurk, you watch, you comment. You don't want to give me the satisfaction of hitting the follow button. Like I said the other day on the post I made, I just keep forgetting to do it with each post I make. I'm going to start making each post so that only someone that officially follows the page can comment. So there's a way to do that. There's a way to edit each post to do that. I just keep forgetting to do it. I need to start doing that. Hit the follow button. It helps me. My algorithms. It helps me a lot. If you don't want to pay, oh, that's the other thing. You want to subscribe to the page. Christmas special went down from $4.99 to 99 cents a month. Hit that subscribe button. Help support the page. Keep it going. Like I said, it's hard to get sponsors when you do things the right way and the real way, like I do. The honest way. They want politically correct stuff, and I'm not going to give them that. I'm always going to be honest. So the only chance I have of getting any help for the expenses on this page, the stuff I do, the stuff I use, is you guys subscribing to the page, man. Just do it out of the kindness of your heart. Not because you're going to get anything out of it. 99 cents a month. Can you afford 99 cents a month? That's one less cup of noodles a month. It's no big deal. Subscribe to the page. 99 cents a month, please. Thank you guys. Hit comments. Write them in the comment section. Hit share buttons. Hit like buttons. All the little stuff that you think is no big deal. It isn't to you, but to me it is, man. It helps my algorithms. It helps me grow. Because the only other way I can grow is if I start paying money to boost each post. There's a boost button on each post that you make because Facebook wants you to hit it, so you can have to pay them money to help with your algorithms so your posts get spread to more people. So the only way I'm going to grow is if you guys hit share buttons, comment, like, all that stuff. So please do that. Oh, the other thing I want to rant about San Diego ISD. I have a message for San Diego ISD and the superintendent. So what these idiots did was they kind of sort of pushed the head coach. My God, finish it. They kind of pushed the head coach out, sort of. Why? You're spoiled. You think you're better than you are, and you're not. You're winningest coach in school history. Made the playoffs 15 out of the last 17 years. 15 out of the last 17 years. Before him, you made the playoffs 9 times in your entire pathetic history. But 15 out of 17 years under this coach, Coach Boachoa, and you all push him out, man, because you want change, you want something different. You're stupid, San Diego ISD. You're stupid. Every single one of you that was. I apologize if there's 1 or 2 of you that weren't for this. I don't know how many of you were for this, but enough of you, the majority was. You're stupid. You think your program is something that it isn't. If you think that Boachoa is not good enough to be your head coach, and you think you deserve better, you don't. You don't, man. You're San Diego. Before him, you had never had a 10-win season in your entire history. Under him, you have multiple ones. Before him, you had never been to the third round of the playoffs. Under him, you have. You were nothing before him. Who the hell do you guys think you are getting rid of him? You're stupid.
They're so stupid!
You're stupid, and people need to tell you you're stupid.
Stupid! You're so stupid!
But I hope you got a fan base there that's telling you you're stupid, because you're stupid, San Diego ISD school board members and superintendent. Like, seriously, man, what a bunch of morons. I don't know, let me know in the comments, San Diego people, I love you. Who else is open? CC King is still open. CC King, I don't know if I've made an episode since I haven't. Since CC King got open. London's open. Aransas Pass is open. I don't think any of these programs have replaced their head coaches yet. Y'all got to give the McHugh twins an opportunity. The McHugh twins, Chavez, or Miller. There's a lot of young and local people that deserve a chance to be a head coach. I don't know if any of these guys are applying to any of these jobs. I'm just in my head, like, I wish they would get head coaching jobs already, man. For all I know, they're not even applying, but I hope they do. If they're not, I wish they would. But yeah, the McHugh twins, Bradley Chavez from Miller, it's just all these people deserve shots. Do the right thing, man. I mean, this coach at King just reassigned. How was that the best applicant when you applied for? I don't know, man. I don't want to get into more negative things about. Just do the right thing. UC ISD, y'all make a nice hire there. You got an opportunity there to make a nice hire. I go on my free Luigi. I think that one is something most people agree on, whether you're on the right or the left or whatever your politics are. Anyway, I'm not going to get into Free Luigi. Hashtag Free Luigi. What is the other thing? The teams that are... Oh, my predictions for the state champions. Everyone out of Region 4. No, I don't want to get into predictions. Just good luck to Austin, Westlake, Austin Vandergrift, Smithson Valley, Ganado. What are the local... Is there any other one... Is there any other... There's no other Region 4 teams? Is Vandergrift and Westlake even Region 4 anymore? I know a lot of teams got pushed out. They used to be Region 4 just because... I don't know. Good luck to Shiner. Good luck to Ganado. Good luck to Austin Vandergrift. Good luck to Austin Westlake. Let's bring some at least sort of close to home state championships back. Anyway, that's about it, man. I just wanted to rant on a few things, man. Start doing this at least once a week. The longer I make these videos, the more I'm going to motivate myself to not make any more. I don't like them going too long. You guys young people, man, you parents that are watching this, you young people that are watching this, get your ass in the weight room, get your ass on the track. Whatever you're doing is not good enough. You're not keeping up with the rest of the state, and you're not going to. Unless you start putting in that extra effort that few kids around here do. If you're just doing what the school asks of you, if you're just doing what the coaches ask of you, that's not enough. It's not enough, man. Those kids you see playing for the state championship that's coming Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, man, I guarantee you they're putting in extra work, man. Those kids aren't just doing what they're asked. They're doing more. And they're doing more than you think they're doing. And you're not doing enough. You're not doing as much as you think you're doing. Do more. Do more. It can't just be the fans that want better for South Texas. It's just, we as fans can be our crazy fans and we can want more. You as individual players are the ones that have to make that decision that you're tired of not winning the state championships. You're tired of falling behind the rest of the state. You're tired of getting your ass whooped by the rest of the state. You're tired of being the laughingstock of the rest of the state. Until you have the mentality that us as fans have, that we're tired of that shit, and you become the ones that are actually tired of that shit, you as players, man, it says nothing's going to change, man. You're going to keep getting your ass whooped out of the playoffs every fucking year. Do something about it, man. Get your ass in the weight room. Get your ass in the track. You know, concentrate on school. Have fun with your life also. No one's saying to just football your whole life. But you got to do more than you're doing, man. You got to find time here and there to do more. It adds up, man. You push something off for a week, it turns into a month. You push something off for a month, it turns into 2 months. You push something off for 2 months, it turns into 6 months, man. And before you know it, there you are on Friday night thinking you're going to win a game just because you light a religious candle or say a prayer, man. It doesn't work that way, man. You got to put in the extra work, man, because those teams from up north, they're also saying prayers. They're also lighting candles. They're also, my senior year, I'm going to win. It doesn't work that way, man. Ultimately, it comes down to who works harder and who has the talent. So y'all got to put in more work, man. It is what it is. Football is king over baseball, no matter how much the baseball fans cry. Check your local baseball stadium and compare it to your local football stadium. Which one is 10 times bigger than the other? It is what it is, man. But thank you guys for following. Comment. Let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with that came out of my mouth today. Hit the like button, even if you hit you know what? Hit the angry button if you don't agree with anything I said. Even the angry button doesn't help them out. Hit the angry button, hit the like button, whatever. Just support, man, and don't forget, 99 cents a month. Hit the subscribe button for only 99 cents a month. This is not a big deal to you. It's a big deal to me. Thank you guys for following. I'll see you next. It's Sunday. I'll put this up by tomorrow, Monday. So I'll see you guys next Monday. Thank you. No. Don't change my whole algorithm, man. Go back to what the fuck I would watch all the time. What is this stupid shit? Oh, no. Here it is.